EOS.com, JOINEOS.com. EOS Fitness, where there's a will. Matt Nibbert along with Caleb Herring.
You need that EOS Fitness after coming here on $2 Miller Lights and all the great food they have here at Parkway Tavern, right?
He's the new ball coach. Dan Mullen here is a bad influence on me there with the $2 Miller Lights.
Right, what was that? Loaded taters, right? They eat the
man.
loaded tater tots. You better head down to EOS Fitness tomorrow morning after eating the loaded tater tots.
Yeah, you're going to need it. We're here at Parkway Tavern, 215 in Flamingo, where we will be every week. The Rebels play this season. No games during bye weeks. If it's a Friday game like next week at Sam Houston State, we'll do the show Wednesday night here from 7 to 8. But Thursday nights, 7 to 8, your go-to for everything UNLV football. All right, Coach. Surprise it's taken us this long to get into it. We're going to talk about some offense, some specifics on that side of the ball.
All right.
Now, you're known as an offensive guy. You're known as a guy who's really brought out some great quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Alex Smith, Tim Tebow, Dak Prescott, among many others. And this quarterback battle, one that's been raging since the summer here for the Scarlet and Gray. You've got the incumbent Cam Friel. You've got Alex Orji from Michigan. You've got Anthony Colandrea, the transfer from Virginia. Out of those three guys, the number one thing that stood out to you right off the bat when you saw them take the field this fall camp?
Well, the biggest one is how they help each other and get along with each other. They got a great relationship, which, helps within the competition and within the room of guys working together. It's not guys working against each other. It's guys working with each other to get better. They have such different skill sets, and I think that's one of the things that's unique, and it kind of makes it fun for a coach. If they all have the same skill set, you have to take a little different approach. You're trying to find who's the guy, and there's a true starter, true backup, and you're rolling. If you have a different skill set, you're going to have the opportunity to play both guys in different situations, right? And the guys have different skill sets. So, like game one, I mean, if you got to come out on Saturday to come see it. However, you're going to see both quarterbacks play for sure. Alex and Anthony, you'll see both of them play for sure on Saturday.
And my thing with that, when you had mentioned that in your press conference earlier in the week that both quarterbacks will play, people took it as almost a surprise. I think in a situation like this, opening the season week 0 against an FCS team, a game where you've got a really good amount of confidence going in, I would think if both quarterbacks didn't get in, then there'd be something to be concerned about.
Yeah, it's something for me too. And I've always liked to do early in the season. I want the guys have earned playing time. They're getting ready to go. Also, I haven't coached these guys in a game before. It's one thing like we've talked about. You have a returning starter that's a multi-year starter coming back. There's probably not a battle. That still doesn't mean I don't want to get the backup in game one because I want to get them kind of going, right? I haven't seen these guys in a game situation yet. How are they going to respond to, training camp and spring ball is one thing, but now installing a game plan, right? Implementing it, executing it. How do you handle the game day feel? Now, the benefit, both guys, veteran guys, both have played on a big stage before, so I'm not worried about the game fright or any nervousness in the game. But how are they handling our offense in a live game situation where it counts?
It's interesting because I've been around quarterbacking the position a long time. I've received coaching and tutelage from different aspects, and every quarterback coach or offensive whisperer, as they say, has their philosophy on what the it factor is. That term has been thrown around with quarterbacks a lot, on what defines a quarterback, what separates a guy. And when he's at the point where he can kind of take the reins of an offense, what for you is the thing you're looking for from these quarterbacks that will show you that they're ready for it?
Well, each of them everybody's a little bit different, right, of how they do it. And biggest one to me is consistency of play, though. I want to make sure, I know our guys are really talented, but I want to make sure our guys do the simple things well. Be boring, right? I know they can make spectacular plays. That's great. But go be boring. They pay a lot of people a lot of money to check the ball down.
Yeah.
Right? Right? I mean, there's nothing wrong. You can't go broke taking a profit.
Yeah.
If they're going to give it to you, take it. Don't wait, for something better to come along. I use a lot of other ones. I'm not going to do them on the radio right now and get myself in trouble. Right? I'm waiting for something better to come along. But right. And so I think that's a big one that I want to see these guys. Listen, they both have, our guys. There's great leadership, great toughness in what they do, but don't try to do too much, right? Everyone hates the word game manager.
Yeah.
Now, because people view it in a very wrong term, okay? A game manager, at a quarterback, you want to be the ultimate game manager. It's like being a CEO or whatever. I need what it takes, right? The manager here at the restaurant, okay? Hey, he might have to just make sure everything's going right and doing this. But, hey, he might need to race in the back, start making some drinks. He might need to get the food going. When he's needed, and he's got to step up and better be able to perform. At the quarterback position, hey, check us into the right play. Hey, it's not there. Check the ball down. Hey, it's 3rd and 4. Hey, take the first down. Let's move the sticks. Hey, it's 3rd and 12. That's not there. Not going to force it. We'll punt and move on. Hey, we're down 4 with 35 seconds to go. Throw the team on your back and carry us to a win. Go make the special play to win the game. There's so many things that it calls for. A game manager is not somebody that can't make the special play. A game manager is someone that can do whatever it takes to help the team win the game. And if it's make special play after special play, then you got to do it. If it means check the ball down, hand it off, but then in a 2-minute drill, win it for us, do it. That's what a game manager is. And I want to see these guys go do those simple things, the boring things, very well on Saturday.
Taking a look at another position group, I think in my eyes, on paper, I think the running back room may have just about as much talent, if not the most talent, on this roster. You've got Jet Thomas, who's the top returning running back in the Mountain West Conference and really one of the absolute best returners in all of college football. He has taken on kind of a leadership role that we hadn't necessarily seen kind of year to year. He feels like he knows his role more so going into this year as a leader. Of course, you've got Kevon Lee, Jalen Glover, a couple of other names as well. What is it that you like the most about this current crop of running backs and their skills?
Well, it might be the most talented running back room I've been involved with, which is pretty special. We've had a lot of NFL guys, but you look at the depth of that room, and you start with Jet, who's an explosive guy, not big, but explosive, quick, fast, plays bigger than he is, can play physical between the tackles, can hit the home run, can make you miss in the open field, can get him in the perimeter and throw him the ball. Okay, then you're going to Kevon Lee. People forget 3 years ago, I think he was a 1,000-yard rusher 3 years ago at Penn State in the Big Ten. I think his top game was, I think it was like 180 against Michigan. Something like that. So, okay. Jalen Glover, okay, he's put up some big numbers in his career at Utah. When you're looking at the depth of that room, the experience we have in that room, it is, I think, pretty special. And I think, the key to that room is there's only one ball to go around, but I think those guys understand it. A lot of philosophy is, hey, we might go with somebody that has the hot hand. We might rotate guys through a bunch, but it's also a long season. We expect, we're hoping to play, I'd like to play 15 or 16 games this year, right? And maybe 17, I'd like to keep playing. I want to have the depth in that room to get us through the year, keep guys fresh, make sure they are fresh throughout the whole course of the season. And having that experience, I think, really helps. It is a very talented group of guys. They've worked very hard, and they give us a lot of options. The other thing that's nice, if I call the same play, each back's going to run it a little differently. So defensively, not only do you have to adjust to the scheme, you got to know which guy's actually running the scheme of how he's going to play it, and that makes it really hard to adjust for defenses.
Another thing that makes it really hard to adjust is the big boys they're running behind. I know there's some competition on the front line up front, but the quarterbacks and the running backs absolutely need the offensive line. What is it like trying to find a competitive bunch between them, but the right mix of those front five?
Well, I think if you've been out to practice, you've seen we play a lot of different combinations of that O-line. And the reason being, I always want to be able to have the best five that we can on the field. I'd really like to get us to where you'd love to be 10 guys, totally 10 starters, right? Someone called the other day, like, hey, coach, do you have a starting quarterback? I think they were trying to fish who it was going to be, right? A national media guy said, yeah, I have two. But when you get into the O-line, you're looking, if you have less than 8, you're in trouble that are starters. You'd like to get to 10. I don't know if I've ever had 10 guys that I felt comfortable to say, this guy's, there's no drop off between 1 and 10. So, when you're looking at that, we've played guys different things because I want guys to be used to all the different combinations that I could create during the course of a game that allows us to try to keep the best combination on the field for whatever the situation may be. Hey, if we gotta throw the ball a bunch, here's our best combination of 5 guys. Hey, if we're gonna go play some power football, this is the best combination of 5 guys. So, we want to be able to guys being comfortable playing with each other and being able to play more than one position.
Coming up on the Dan Mullen Coaches Show, Right after this break, we're going to do Ask Coach Mullen, questions submitted by our live audience here at Parkway Tavern. We're going to talk about golf, we're going to talk about football, and we're going to talk about food. All that and more coming up, our live audience. Also, don't forget, we've got
Three of my
raffles.
favorite things right there.
Bingo, right there. A helmet and tickets going to be given away right after the show, so stick around when we finish up at the top of the hour. Back in a moment. This is the Dan Mullen Coaches Show on the UNLV Sports Network from Learfield.